Last week on MasterChef Australia,
50,000 people, guys, make us proud.
the teams catered to the masses in our biggest challenge yet.
Come on!
And Kate said goodbye in an emotional elimination. Tonight, the chefs face a surprise.
Please welcome John Turode.
Will the amateurs have what it takes to impress MasterChef UK's toughest judge, John Turode?
That is a very, very difficult thing to cook in the amount of time they've got.
I'm freaking out.
I want to applaud you on one part, and the other part, I want to cry for you.
There can only be one MasterChef, and they will get the chance to work in Australia's top restaurants, publish their own cookbook, and win $100,000.
Big Trev. Start of a new week, mate. You pumped?
Yeah, you know not to talk to me in the morning.
Oh, darling. Start of a new week today. Mystery box and invention test today. I've got to cook two very, very good dishes today to set myself back up in this competition. And if I can do that, then I'll be pleased. If I can't, I'll probably be going home.
It is so important for me to be able to keep proving myself, having won 2 challenges last week. Last week I had 2 dishes that were in the top 3, and really I hope that I can keep up the standard. So I'm under a lot of pressure this week.
Today is Mystery Box Challenge Day, which is my favourite challenge of the week. I like it because we don't have to go into that pantry and race around like fools.
It's one of the challenges that's actually most enjoyable because you know you're not going to go home for trying something that's out there and, you know, really pushing the boundary. So I think people should start pushing it a bit more. Stop doing safe stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to getting on with this week. There's only 12 of us now. Kate's gone. I think we can start getting serious about this competition.
I haven't won a mystery box yet, so I'm really hungry for it, I guess. I've just got to do the best I can, and fingers crossed it's not dessert again. I hate dessert cooking.
When we walk in, somebody says, "Oh, look at that big thing on the right," and I thought they were talking about Matt, but I didn't even notice it. I get that sinking feeling. They're going to have a twist. What are they doing to my mystery box challenge? It was a bit scary.
Hello to you all. The final 12 in the running to be Australia's first MasterChef. As the number of contestants in this competition dwindles, the pressure increases on you to prove you have what it takes to become a competent chef. In front of you is a box, the contents of which are yet to be revealed. You will have 45 minutes to make the best dish you can using whatever you find in that box. Your judges, Gary, George and Matt, will be deciding on a winner, and that person will be given the upper hand in today's major challenge, the Invention test.
The nice thing about the Mystery Box Challenge is if you do actually win it, you get to choose the core ingredient for the Invention test. It actually can set you up to do really well for the whole week.
Don't underestimate how important that could be. There's 12 of you left. We were once looking at a sea of faces, and the numbers are dwindling.
And I should add, today's mystery box has a bit of a difference.
We're told that there's a slight twist to today's mystery box challenge. There is a big bench with a black cloth over it near the judges. I thought it might be a grand piano.
So, As Sarah mentioned, today's challenge is a little bit different. And for the serious cooks amongst you, this is about as serious as it gets. It's time to reveal the ingredients in the mystery box. You can lift your lids.
Yes. Gary says lift the box and they give us dessert items. I'm like, damn it, why do they keep doing this to me?
You have butter, eggs, caster sugar, self-raising flour, milk, vanilla extract, and you have a baking tin.
That's just a basic cake recipe. When I saw those ingredients, I felt just flat. Flat. Like my cake's gonna be.
Yes, I love it.
A lot of people don't like dessert. A well-rounded chef should be able to jump on the pastry section in any kitchen. For me, I want the MasterChef, if it isn't myself, to be someone who can do everything better than me.
Well, I wonder what we are going to ask you to cook. The answer is cupcakes.
So we find out we're cooking cupcakes. I don't eat them. I never made one, and it's going to be another thing that I've never cooked before that I'm going to cook for the first time on MasterChef.
Cupcakes have taken Australia by storm in the last couple of years. And today, you need to create your own signature cupcake and name it. To make the best cupcake you can, you'll have a little bit of a hand with some flavours and decorations.
I see so many things. I mean, I see raspberries, I see limes, I see lollies. I mean, there's so many things, and I think, oh my gosh, how am I going to decorate my cupcake?
So you've got loads of flavourings and toppings and decorations, all of which can be used to flavour both your cupcakes and your frosting.
And I should add, today's mystery box has a bit of a difference.
You're going to be provided with a recipe for a simple butter cake and an iced frosting.
Thank you, Lord. It made it much easier to know that we could follow a recipe and also put our flavours into it.
The judges will only taste 3 of the most enticing looking cupcakes, and from those, they will declare a winner.
If I win, I get to choose the core ingredient for the Invention challenge, so it's extremely important that I win.
You will now come up in 3 groups of 4 to choose your decorations and flavourings. We'll start with the front of the room. Poe, Justine, Aaron and Julie, you're up first.
I picked limes and hazelnut meal because I was pretty sure that no one would do that combination.
Tom, Chris, Sam and Sandra, you're up next to choose your flavours and decorations.
I was really over the moon when I saw that there was beer up there because I use beer in cooking a lot.
Jenny, Trevor, Lucas and Andre, you're up next.
I love making cakes, like for friends, family, everyone's birthday cake. So this is sort of my theme, something I love doing.
Okay, you've got 45 minutes to cook the most beautiful cupcake you can, and your time starts now.
Basically, we have to cream the butter and sugar together first and then add eggs and whisk it all together. I also fold in the zest of 3 lemons, which is a heck of a lot in only that much batter, but it's not a delicate lemon cake, it's a gutsy lemon cake.
Julie, what type of cupcake are you cooking?
My signature cupcake is going to be called Lemon Diva.
Lemon Diva?
Yes, because it's going to look beautiful and be a star, but the flavour will pack a punch.
And what are these for?
I'm going to take the yellow and actually carve out a little lemon so you get the visual cue of what's in the cake.
Okay, excellent, that's great. You have half an hour to go, guys. If you don't have your cupcakes in the oven, you really need to get them in now because you're going to run out of time. Okay, Jenny, you're in the oven already. You've got your cupcakes in. You might be almost the first. How many cupcakes have you made in your life, do you think?
Oh, yeah, last one was 180 for my twins' birthday cake stand.
Cupcakes. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Lucky kids, aren't they?
Yes.
Well, we're excited. We'll see how these compare maybe with the 180. All right, Chris, you've got beer. You've got porter, which is a nice sweet beer.
Yeah, well, porter and chocolate's just a match made in heaven. This beer works really well in baking. It's carbonated, so it adds a lot of air to the batter, so it comes up a lot lighter.
So it sounds like you've made it before.
Look, I bake and cook with beer all the time, so I'm familiar with how it works.
All right. Brilliant. OK, mate.
All right.
Good
Cheers.
luck.
Winning MasterChef is so important to me because it will realise my dream of having a Beer Masons restaurant where we match food and beer and the most shit-hot place that anybody can go to have a good time.
Right, guys, you got 15 minutes to go.
Once my cakes are in the oven, I make my icing. I think that even though you've got a recipe in front of you, there are still things that you need to know about making cakes that aren't necessarily in the recipe. Simple things like your cake has to be really stone cold before you ice it.
I have iced up a couple of my cupcakes and my icing's starting to melt over the top of them. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried at this point because I've actually made 6 and 4 of them are already buggered.
OK, guys, you've got 5 minutes to go. So all those little finishing touches, apply them now.
The judges said it has to look beautiful, so I decided to make my own little garnish.
OK, guys, your time is up. Make sure, of course, that your top cupcake has a name.
What I've decided to call the cupcake is Lucky Choco Dream.
A hazelnut and lime punch cupcake.
Tahitian Dream because they're Tahitian limes.
I really want them to choose mine, but I look around and gee, there's some lovely looking cakes there.
The judges have looked at your work and they will decide on just 3 cupcakes to taste. From those, they will choose one winner.
The first cupcake that we would like to taste belongs to Poe.
Even though it's very exciting to be in the top 3, it is always so nerve-wracking because they're only judging on what it looks like, so when they actually go to taste it, it could be a totally different situation altogether.
The next cupcake that we'd like to taste is Julie.
Yes. I've had a few sort of shaky moments earlier on, and just having a few good dishes in a row is really starting to shore me up, and yeah, it's just giving me that determination that I need to see me through.
The final cupcake we'd like to taste is Chris's.
When I heard my name, I was really happy, considering I've never made a cupcake or icing in my life. But, you know, they're yet to taste it.
Chris? It's really nice. The very fine crumb, really chocolatey. You wouldn't know it's got beer in it, would you, unless you were told. Fantastic job, really good.
Tastes like Christmas.
But that there's cracker. The beer's just taken that to another level. I can't wait till you open up your place. Your food's smart and intelligent. I'm really excited. Well done. Thanks.
OK, Poe. So it looks very pretty, very delicate. Yeah, I could keep eating that. That's beautiful. Well done.
The great thing about this cupcake is you maintain the moisture and the flavour of the hazelnut balanced against the lime flavour very nicely. So congratulations, 2 fantastic cupcakes.
OK, Julie. Oh, that's lovely. Packs a punch, doesn't it?
I really haven't got much to say. That's smashing. Well done. Top job. Beautiful.
Thank you.
How does those kind of comments make you feel compared to how your kids would react to something like that?
Oh, look, I love cooking for my kids because I get such love and gratitude from them. But to have guys of this calibre speak about my food like that is just, it's incredibly uplifting.
They're not just saying those things to be polite, and they're not saying those things because I'm their mum, and they're not saying those things because they're my friends. They're saying it because I've produced good food. It makes me feel like I'm a worthy contestant, that I'm worthy to be here.
We're faced with 3 very, very good cupcakes. So well done to you all, but there's only one winner. And the winner is Julie.
I'm over the moon. I'm really over the moon. I can't wait to phone home and tell Mick and the boys that I won this one. They'll be stoked.
Congratulations, Julie. As winner of the Cupcake Challenge, you get to go into the pantry first, where you choose the core ingredient everyone must use in today's main challenge, the Invention test.
As with all our Invention tests, there's always a kicker. And that kicker is the theme. And today, that theme is British food.
People think of British food as the stodgy classics, steak and kidney pie, bangers and mash with onion gravy. So, no, I think it'll give everybody a good opportunity to do something inventive and get creative.
Now today, George, Gary and Matt will be joined by a 4th judge. He's a man many of you will recognise. He's a world-renowned chef, and he's been the judge on the UK MasterChef for an extraordinary 9 series.
Wow.
Please welcome John Turode.
Yeah.
Hi, John. How are you?
John, how you going?
G'day. How are you? I'm John Turode. I'm a chef, restaurateur and a judge on MasterChef UK. MasterChef is a competition that takes the amateur and gets them ready to become a professional. That means you have to be able to taste food, you have to be able to cook food, you've got to have bravado, you've got to have energy, you've got to have tenacity, you've got to have all those things about you, at the same time care about great, great food. You guys today have a massive task, I think, because what you've got to do is try and embrace what is quintessentially British. You have to somehow or another take that culinary brain of yours away from the sunshine and the warmth of Australia and transport yourself to a cold climate. The idea of the quintessentially great British dish is food that makes people smile when, of course, they are freezing cold.
Right, guys, the Invention test works like this. Julie, from the 3 core ingredients, you get to pick one that everyone else must cook with. From there, you get 5 minutes to pick 10 ingredients. Everyone else gets 2 minutes. Once everyone's got their ingredients, you get 1 hour to produce a beautiful dish. So if you win this, you get the opportunity to go straight through to the final week of MasterChef. So cook like your life depends on it.
Well, Julie, it's time to head into the pantry. Gary, George and John will be joining you in there.
I feel a little bit starstruck, to be honest, and really, really nervous. I can't believe I'm in a little tiny room with John Turode.
Julie, welcome to the pantry. You look a little nervous.
I am a little nervous.
You need to let it go, push it away. In the end, Julie, you have to go with your heart. You have to pick something that you love to cook with, and I think then you'll give yourself the best advantage in terms of cooking a dish that we'll all love too.
Right, Julie, let's have a look what's under. Blue-eyed trevella. Strawberries. And finally, a lamb leg.
You've got 3 really extraordinary, beautiful ingredients here. What's your initial thoughts?
Well, lamb is something I cook a lot of, but I've never done a whole leg in an hour, so I would need to bone it out. Every time I've had to bone something or fillet something in this competition, it's screwed me up. The strawberries smell amazing, but despite the whole mum thing, desserts aren't my forte. And the fish, which is a blue-eyed trevally, is not something I'm familiar with. So I'm actually a little bit scared about the 3 choices that I have.
So, Julie, which one is it going to be?
If I'm going to cook from my heart with what I love, it has to be lamb.
Because you've picked the lamb, we're going to allocate 90 minutes for the invention test so that everybody, if they choose to keep it whole, will have time for the lamb to cook perfectly.
Okay.
You get 5 minutes to pick your ingredients. Your time starts now.
I decide that I'm going to do my lamb with a stuffing. So I choose baby spinach and butter, garlic and onions, and bread for the stuffing.
You've got 1 minute, Julie.
I choose some parsnips to roast, and I get a bottle of white wine.
White wine and lamb.
Julie, please reveal what core ingredient you've chosen for today's Invention Challenge.
The ingredient I chose is lamb.
When Julie pulls off the cloth and we see it's a leg of lamb, my heart actually saying, I'm like, oh God.
I love working with lamb. It's a lovely meat. The trouble is, it's a leg of lamb, so trying to roast a leg of lamb in 90 minutes is really, really tough.
You'll be going into the pantry in 2 separate groups. The first group to go in is the 6 closest to the door. Your 2 minutes in the pantry starts now.
For me, it's about the bits and pieces that go with it to make the lamb shine.
You have 1 minute to go, guys.
So I automatically thought spinach, mint, mustard, hot English mustard. The Poms love hot English mustard.
Second group, your 2 minutes starts now.
I decided on shepherd's pie, which is a classic British dish, so I'm like, okay, what do I need? I mean, there's a few things that can go wrong, potentially, but I've got everything out of my tray and I am feeling a bit confident.
Your time's up, guys. Last thing's on the tray.
Right, guys, we've got John Turode here as a guest today, so do us proud so he can go back to the UK and tell everyone how great our amateur cooks are here in Australia. You've got 90 minutes and your time starts now.
The theme for today's invention test is British. We have 90 minutes to cook a dish of our own creation after having 2 minutes in the pantry to select our core ingredients.
The first thing I need to do is get that leg of lamb deboned so I can get the stuffing made and get it rolled up and in the oven.
Hey, Julie, did you make the right choice?
Well, I think it might be too early to tell.
Too early to tell?
Yeah.
Tell us what your dish is. Tell us what you're going to cook.
Rolled stuffed leg of lamb.
Yep.
With spinach puree, roasted parsnips and au jus.
Okay.
Just one small question. You picked the lamb, you knew the ingredients you were going to do. Why are you so nervous?
I don't know. It's me. I'm always nervous.
Sandra, what are you up to?
I'm cooking potato cakes stuffed with lamb. It's actually got a twist. I'm trying to sort of like do a little bit of a shepherd's pie in, sort of like rolled in potato and then frying it, taking it to another dimension, I suppose.
My bald little friend in the UK always says the only twist you should be doing in a kitchen is with chubby checker. Things with a twist?
Don't know.
Chris, you look pretty confident with the meat. You got a fair idea of what you're doing. What's the dish?
I'm going to take the leanest part of the lamb I can, roll it into the skin and pan fry it off, fish in the oven, slice it into medallions, stuff it with a bit of blanched spinach, and I'm going to make a green sauce that's kind of mint-driven.
Okay, Chris,
All right.
Best of luck.
Thanks.
What a tough challenge, whole lamb leg.
That is a very, very difficult thing to cook in the amount of time they've got.
I'm interested to see how Chris is going to go, taking all of the little lobes of meat from inside the lamb and stripping the skin back and then putting it all back in with the stuffing. I've never done that. I've never, ever done that.
I'm going to do a shepherd's pie today.
Shepherd's pie, a classic, yeah?
Yeah, just going to take the lamb off, taking it off the bone. I'm going to cut it into small chunks, braise it down into a puff pastry crust and some potato on the top.
So sorry, the puff pastry crust is...
Be under the bottom.
So hopefully the pastry's going to be cooked, because that's going to take... How long do you think the pastry's going to be in the oven?
Yeah, it'll be in a minimum 20 minutes, but I'm going to bake it blind just beforehand while this is going down, just to sort of make sure it's cooked, because I'd hate to get soggy pastry.
Good luck, Aaron.
Cheers, thanks, guys.
Is your lamb not in yet?
No.
Your stuffed lamb's not in yet? And your stuffing's made?
I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
Frick.
I know. I just need to get my act together. I chose this ingredient. It's lamb, for God's sake. I know how to cook it. I just need to calm down. I really need to do that.
Talking about Julie right now, I think she's really struggling. Yeah. She hasn't got the stuffing made. She hasn't got the thing rolled up yet. She's just started the sauce. I'd be surprised if the girl even gets the dish up.
Yeah. Tell us what the dish is before you go any further.
A lamb roll with a mushroom duxelle inside.
Tell me how this becomes British.
British hot English mustard.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know the rhyme in England?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, mustard and wine is fine. Mustard and mutton, you're a glutton.
Just a touch. You won't even notice.
OK, guys, you've got just over 30 minutes to go. And if that lamb is not in the oven, then it needs to be going in now.
Look, I'm doing a rolled piece of lamb and a spinach pie. Meat should be in the oven, but I'm pretty happy with where I'm at the moment, because I'd like to think it won't take that long to actually get mine done.
It's blindingly obvious that I'm not going to get a rolled leg of lamb cooked.
Julie, what are you doing there? Looks like you've completely changed
I have
what
changed
you're
my
doing.
plan. I'm worried if I roll it up that it's not going to cook in time, so I've decided to turn my stuffing into a crust.
Towards the end, I'm tasting my dish and I notice it's getting a bit salty. And if I had a tablespoon of salt, it'll be inedible. So I'm trying to fix it with water, adding water, rosemary and pepper. I think it's got a bit too much salt to it, so I'm trying to pull it down with some water. Hopefully I'll give it actually.
OK, guys, you've only got 1 minute to go. This is it. You're down to the wire. It has to start going on the plates. Otherwise, you'll never be ready in time.
I'm really stressing now because still hadn't cut off the twine off my meat. It was still resting. My potatoes still crisping up, and I think I only put the puree on the plate at this stage. So I was really worried.
I'm trying to get my food on the plate, my meat that didn't have a chance to rest, my sauce that I didn't get the fat off the top of, are all going onto the plate, and I'm thinking to myself, I've blown this so bad.
OK, that's it. Your time's up. Plates down, tools down. Step away from your plates.
Right now, I'm feeling very disappointed. It's just been an unmitigated disaster, actually.
In today's Invention test, you had 90 minutes to make a British-inspired meal using lamb and your choice of 10 other ingredients. Your judges today and our special guest from MasterChef UK, John Torode, will now taste each of your dishes. The bottom three will come face to face with elimination. Chris, you're up first.
I'm really looking forward to hearing John's criticism, comments on my dish, because he's tasted God knows how many dishes, really bad and really good. So I'd love to just see where I kind of fit in. Rolled leg of lamb with an anchovy and mint green sauce.
Some good technique here in terms of stuffing and rolling that lamb. The only thing I'm not keen on is that I think the skin that you've used is a bit sinewy and it's a little bit chewy. But otherwise, a fine example of Chris's organisation right from start to finish.
That combination of the flavour of anchovy and mint gives it a true British nature. So on that basis, you've certainly nailed the brief.
It's vibrant, it's gutsy, it's powerful. Your potatoes are lovely. It's a really lovely dish, mate.
When I see amateurs cook like this, I get really, really excited. Because what this really shows about you, Chris, is you care about the way your food looks. If you can start to understand a few basic principles, your food will elevate itself from being good to being extraordinary. But good on you. Really, really good on you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tom, you're up next.
Having been in the bottom 3 last week, I've got a lot to prove, especially to Gary, George and Matt, that I am a contender in this competition. I want them to actually think that I can cook.
It's a rolled leg of lamb with a herbed anchovy stuffing and a spinach and onion pie.
Oh, huge amount of flavour in that lamb, huge. Amazing, like really impressed. That lamb sauce is absolutely fantastic. You've learned something from MasterClass, haven't you?
That lamb's the best thing you've cooked so far in this competition by quite some way. Well done.
Sweet lamb, lovely rich spices, punch of fresh lemon. It's a good curry. It's a really good curry.
Lamb sausage roll with a pea puree.
The lamb is dry, it's grainy, and it's like chalk in your mouth.
The lamb is overcooked. Other than that, all the components are a good idea, and your presentation is spot on.
Thank you.
Aaron.
What have you cooked for us?
I've cooked today a traditional shepherd's pie.
Excuse the spoon, it's a bit soupy.
That's okay.
Really rich, quite overpowering. The pastry underneath has gone soggy because it's taken that gravy into the actual pastry itself. I don't really want to go back for a second spoonful because I'm quite frightened of what I might get next.
Okay, that's fair enough.
It's really powerful and rich, salty. You really pushed it. I'm not sure you've pulled it off.
Yeah.
Sandra, you're up next with your dish.
I've made a potato cake stuffed with lamb on a bit of spinach, bacon and cream.
I applaud your process and your technical ability. The bacon, spinach, I'm fine with. The cream sauce with that potato and that lamb, which is soft and delicious, it doesn't quite work.
For me, this tastes more like an English patty because you haven't got that essential element for a coquette, which is the crunchy outside. It's certainly not my favourite dish I've tasted today.
Wow, that is a mighty powerful tomato sauce. Tons of garlic, loads of tomato, really concentrated. But I don't think it's very English.
That's exactly how cabbage should be. Crunchy, nice salt hit from the bacon. And beer, of course, is the classic element for English cooking, so congratulations. I think you've nailed the brief. Well done.
Love, love, love your cabbage. Sitting on top of that, a raw lump of lamb. I don't know what to think. I want to applaud you on one part, and the other part, I want to cry for you.
Justine, please bring your lamb dish up to the bench.
What have you cooked for us?
Lamb roulade with a mushroom duxelle with a spinach and mint rough puree.
For me, the balance of that iron-rich spinach with a touch of fresh mint, the woodiness that goes with those mushrooms, the sweetness of that lamb, and the crispiness of those potatoes with a little bit of thyme on them. It's perfect. Love it. Love the flavours, love the precision, love the presentation. And as far as the brief is concerned, being quintessentially English, you've got it right there on a plate.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks.
Justine, that's probably the best dish you've cooked so far this competition.
I think my heart rate just slowed down a little bit and was just seep up the moment, just seep it up, because I was very, very happy.
And finally, Julie.
I really, really don't want to cry, but I think I'm going to, because I'm just so devastated. And I am 100% confident that I will be in the bottom 3.
I think you've analysed the issue with the dish. It's just not enough time. And not enough time means undercooked meat, means a sauce that has that slightly unpleasant, claggy flavour of lamb fat. But, you know, the spinach, the one thing you probably did have time to finish off, succeeds. That's not a great dish. But you know that already, Julie. Thank you.
From a cook's perspective, watching you today, you just got yourself in an absolute tiz. If there's anything to learn from this, is that when that starts to happen, you need to step back, clear your mind, wipe down, and have another shot.
Yep.
I actually think you're a good cook. Look, bad hair day, made a few mistakes, learn from the mistakes, put a smile back on your face, pick yourself up and go for it.
Well, the judges are now ready to reveal who made the finest British-inspired dish using lamb as a core ingredient. The 3 of you who performed the worst today will return tomorrow to face a pressure test. And one of those 3 will be leaving this competition. I'm about to call out some names. If I call out yours, please step forward. Sandra. Tom. Aaron. Chris. Julie. And Justine. The rest of you, well done. You've made it through to the next round. Congratulations, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
When Sarah gives us the words that we're safe this week, I think I nearly jumped out of my skin. It's a massive relief.
The 6 of you represent the 3 best and the 3 worst dishes that we saw today. If I call your name, please take 1 step forward. Tom. Justine. Chris. Congratulations. You're this week's top 3.
I feel fantastic. I feel great. I mean, it's great to actually go from the bottom 3 to the top 3. I think it's a great confidence boost.
You 3 really are shaping up to be contenders for this MasterChef title. I'm really proud of you guys, yeah. You showed what we're all about.
MasterChef is a competition to take an amateur into the professional world. You've put yourself forward, you've decided to take the risk, and today the risk has really paid off. Good job, guys. Really, really good. Impressive.
Justine, Chris and Tom, congratulations. You've all cooked impeccable dishes, but there can only be one winner. That person will cook off against a guest celebrity chef for a chance for a free ride through to the final week of the competition.
The winner of today's invention test is Justine.
Well done.
Yay! I can't believe I won. This is like a dream come true. It's fantastic.
Well done.
Thank you, Justine. Thank you. At last you've shown what we saw in that first audition. And I think we've all watched you cook in Mystery Box and Invention Test challenges, and it hasn't quite come together as a unit. And today you've done it. Well done, Justine.
Well, top 3, you can now go and celebrate. We'll see you tomorrow.
I've really proven to myself that I'm here for a reason, and it just makes me more and more hungry for that end prize and making me want to stay here as long as I possibly can.
So I'm in the bottom 3 again. I'm angry with myself. I'm bitterly disappointed.
Guys, what can I say? You're only as good as your last dish. And Sandra, first elimination, how does that make you feel? You going to step up?
I'm going to give it everything I've got tomorrow, and I'm going to nail it.
Aaron, I'll tell you what scared me most about your dish. It was salty, yeah? Okay, we get over it. But you took it back and you ate it. Is your palate there? Is it all right?
Yeah. When I took it back and ate it, I just tried to find my mistakes where I went wrong, and I wanted to taste so I could reaffirm your feedback and learn from my mistakes.
Julie, you shouldn't be here, should you? You get the advantage of choosing the core ingredient. You get the chance of choosing possibly the perfect ingredient for you. You must be kicking yourself now.
I'm really furious with myself. I really appreciate all the encouraging comments that I got, and I'm going to use those, and I'm going to use my anger to put some steel in my spine. I'm going to put my little chef outfit of doom on tomorrow, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cook my ass off.
If I'm sent home for stuffing up a lamb dish, I'm never cooking lamb again.
John, thank you for joining us today. Have you got some final words for our bottom 3?
The piece of advice I have for you is that emotion is going to be your enemy, but talent will be your guardian. You've got to dust yourself off after today. You've got to go into this next challenge as if nothing has happened before, draw on all the skills, all the knowledge, all that passion you have inside you, and you try your damnedest to stay in this competition. It's been a real privilege. Thank you very much indeed, and good luck.
I've got my fingers crossed for all of you. I don't think any of you should be going tomorrow, but the sad reality is somebody will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've done a pressure test previously. I'm not ready to go home. Tomorrow I know what I'm walking into, and I'm going to win that pressure test. I'm not going to be stopped, and you know, it's unfortunate that I'm going to see off one of the other 2.
Tomorrow night on MasterChef Australia.
This is it. I really don't want to go home today.
Julie, Sandra and Aaron go head-to-head in a pressure test.
Of all the pressure tests I've seen, this is definitely the most riveting.
And for one of them, the dream will end.
My whole future in this competition relies on a dish I've never cooked before.
Plus, later this week, Justine faces celebrity chef Guy Grossi.
We have faith that you can do it.
Our chefs head to the high sea as they fish for their
I think
dish.
the biggest challenge out here is going to be nobody getting seasick.
I want people on my team who are going to help me to win and who are going to keep me out of elimination.